All right. Everything has been updated. What is this? Why are you just floating there? Okay, we got that set up. That set up. Everything looks good. Let us begin. Extracurricular activity. If you have completed The House Always Wins, use faculty offices The Hour is Late. Set it aside out of play. Remove faculty offices Night Still Young. I don't believe the faculty offices is here, right? Not, at the beginning of the game, it's not in play. It's out. Okay. Alright, there's no, it's just, I'll read the first bit. Dr. Armitage is worried his colleague, Professor Warren Rice, might be in trouble, so he has asked for your help in finding his friend. He seems unreasonably nervous about his colleague's disappearance, considering Professor Rice has only been missing for a matter of hours. Dun dun dun! Okay. Agenda. Quiet halls. You arrive at the Miskatonic University campus in search of Professor Rice. Classes are over, and a mysterious silence hangs in the air. After hours. Professor Rice was last seen several hours ago by one of Armitage's students in the Humanities building. And then I just need to check. Each investigator begins play at the Miskatonic Quad. Yeah. Okay. So, deal 5 to what? Yeah, there we go. Alright, I like magnifying glass. I don't need a rite of seeking. And I don't ritual. Oh, I could go magnifying glass, ritual candles. Ooh, that might be a good setup. And then draw 1 and deal that to white. Okay, this is actually a really, like, I can build myself up insane with this like combo right here. I don't even need Rite of Seeking, because if I have magnifying glass, I have a 4. But that's actually really potent combinations here. Okay. Meanwhile, Tony Morgan's turn. 5 to orange. I must have hit red by accident. Alright. Lucky Cigarette Case is not bad. Lone Wolf is not bad. I'll go with it for Dex for now. I'll go with 2 Dexes. I don't need them right now in my slot hand. And I'll take 2. It did it again. No. Jesus Christ. Just keep sucking the cards up. Alright. So Jim's turn. 1 resource to play Magnifying Glass. It's fast, so it doesn't cost an action. Oh, by the way, these are like your ways to like technically like show how many actions you spent. But then I'm gonna spend my first action to play Ritual Candles. Second action to play Shriveling. And then third action, Emergency Cash. I didn't move or do anything, but I'm built. Like Ritual Candles, Magnifying Glass, Shriveling. If I get a Rite of Seeking out next turn, I'm pretty much like built for the game. Tony's turn. I will play a Lone Wolf. I may as well play a Lucky Cigarette Case as well. And then I'm going to move... Let's move to the Student Union. After student, put the set-aside dormitories into play. Okay. And it, of course, goes that way, but it's locked. Okay. Upkeep. Upkeep. One on the Mythos. There's 7 to go. Ancient Evils. Place a Doom on the thing. And then we gain Beyond the Veil. And it surges. So the way Beyond the Veil works is if you deck out, you take 10 damage. In most cases, that will kill pretty much anybody. So... And it surges. You must attach it to either the current agenda or the current act. I will treat all damage as... So it basically means all damage has to go to the investigators, not allies. Not bad. Alright. Jim's turn. Let's start going around. Science building. After science building is revealed, put the set-aside alchemy lab into play. And you guessed it, you cannot... Door is locked. You cannot go into it yet. And we need 6 clues. When you fail a will test, take a damage. Okay. I will investigate. I have a 4 to a 2. So 4 to a 2. Not too bad. 0. I pass. I gain a clue. What is this? Oh. That wasn't there last time. Is that my imagination? Last time that was broken. Oh, the clue counter is what that was. Oh well. That's fine. And then I'll do it again, I guess. 4 to a 2. That's another success. So that's another clue. So that place is done. Alright, meanwhile, Tony's turn. I could almost do these. It's only a 1. Not terrible. I do have evidences, so I could... Oh, Lone Wolf triggers. I have a 3. I'll do it. 3, 2, and 1. Tentacles. Discard the top 2 cards off your deck. X equal to the total printed cost of those discarded cards. 1, 0. So only 1. So 3 minus 1 is a 2. I still pass. Yeah. Not bad. And then I will investigate again. I'll use evidence. So I have a 5, 2, and 1. Minus 1. So we get that clue as well. And then we'll have to move back to the quad, I guess. Okay. Upkeep. Upkeep. Oh, did I pass that last test by... I did it, right? So I would have drawn a card. Because I passed it by more than 2. Yes, get I'm out of here is the best, is the funniest card. Okay. Agenda goes up by 1. Whippoorwills. So whippoorwills spawn. Yeah. They are aloof and they are hunters. So I believe whippoorwills just kind of hang out there. And they can prove to be a bit of a nuisance if you are not careful with them. And I will put a bounty on the whippoorwill. Just because, why not? Test 2 will. Increase the skills test by 1 for each damage. I have no damage. But it is a will test. I use an unexpected courage, so that's a 4 to a 2. -2, just passed, thank God. Alright. Do hunter enemies move even if there's no... Okay, so I see what happens. I remember there's an issue why we want to get rid of these guys. That's because they move towards the nearest investigator, and any investigator at the location takes a -1. So I'm not bothered by that until they move someplace where I have to deal with them. So I go 1, 2. Put the set aside faculty offices into play. Now we want... The hour is late. Is specifically the one in question here. At the end of your turn, if you're in the administration building, discard the top card of your deck. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really... That's a lot of... Wait, where'd this card come from? Oh. I didn't realize I drew Final Rhapsody. So hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would have taken 2 damage. Didn't realize I actually drew that card. Okay. So I'm 1, 2. If I stay here, I lose a card. It's a 4 investigate. That's a big number. I don't really have any way to do that. I'm better off actually playing Rites of Seeking. The next turn, using that with Guts to get a 6. And a 6, hopefully, between the ritual candles and everything, might be enough to possibly break it. We're hoping. Alright, meanwhile, Tony is gonna go to the Humanities building. At the end of your turn, if you are in the Humanities building, discard the top X cards of your deck. Or X is the amount of horror on you. I have no horror. But a 3 is not exactly my plan. And go up here to the library. You may spend 1 additional action to investigate the library. Oh god. Oh, I get a resource. I guess I'm better off investigating here, I guess. So 3 to a 3, 4, 5. 2, I fail. And then that's 1, 2, 3. I'll use my extra action to investigate. Fail. Cool. At the end of your turn, if you're in the administration building, discard the top card of my deck. Okay. The whippoorwills will move. And then upkeep. I have 2 guts. Unexpected coverage. Not bad. Okay. Add 1 on. And some encounter cards. Another one of these gets clicked onto the other scheme, the agenda. And the thrall. Spawn to the location with the most clues. Over here. And guess what? You gain a clue. A resource. Sorry. Alright. Jim's turn. Let's work on this administration building. Right of seeking. So investigate using will, so that's a 4. I'm going to use guts, so it's a 6. 6 to a 4. -2 is a pass. I still pass. So I draw a card. And I gain a clue. Then I'll do it again. With another guts. 6 to a 4. -4. Great. Okay. And then I will investigate using my magnifying glass. 4 to a 4. Skull. -1, but because it's Jim, it's a 0, so it's a pass. So I gain the clue. And then we'll use our 6 clues to advance Act 1. We're unable to find Professor Rice, but one of the students you spoke with mentioned a strange man entering Rice's office. Unfortunately, the door leading to the faculty offices is locked at this late hour. The student says that the head janitor, Jazz, might be able to let you in, if you can find him. So I'll put the encounter discard pile and Jazz into the deck. This goes away. I guess they could shove it in too, I guess. Concerned for Professor Rice's safety, you seek out the head janitor who can let you into the locked sections of the campus. Spend 1 clue. Discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. Top 10 instead if there's 1 player in the game. Forced, if you discard Jazz, resolve his revelation effect. So pretty much you can spend a clue to dig out. Try and find Jazz. And that was his ability, right? 2 guts and then the free investigate. So he's done. Alright. Tony's turn. Lone Wolf triggers again. I am going to try and I'll use my free action to investigate. Fail. Try it again. Fail. Try it again. Fail. Draw a card. Enemy phase. He doesn't move. Hunter moves. I'll move him over. I'll move him over here. Upkeep. Ooh, the Catonian Stone. But it's not the upgraded one, though. I need my assets. Jesus Christ. That's rough. Okay. Adds 1. And we get our Mythos cards. Yithian. Wait, what? Are these supposed to be in here? Yeah. I don't know if I've ever drawn these before. Oh, yeah, I have. But the art looks very bright. The art, I think the card I normally have is a bit darker. That's why it threw me off. I was like, what the hell? I will definitely... Actually, I'm not going to put any tokens on him because Jim's going to probably defeat him anyway. Wizard of Yogg-Sothoth. Now you, on the other hand, I'm going to definitely put some cards on. I'm going to put... I'll put 1 on you. It doesn't matter because like I have so much money. I don't really need it. All right. Jim's turn. I'll spend 1 to cast Shriveling. So it's a 4 attack against a 4. Skull is a 0, so it succeeds. And it does 2 damage. And I take a horror. Not bad, not bad. Do it again. 4 to a 4. Plus 1 is a 5. And it deals plus 1 damage. So 4 damage. He is defeated and goes to the victory display. Easy peasy. And then, well, I have to get some clues, I guess, right? Because I have no clues. So I'll go up here. Okay. Tony's turn. I'm gonna punch this Wizard of Yogg-Sothoth with an overpower. First things first. So that puts me at a 5, 6, 7 to a 4. Cultists. -1, -3 if there's 10 or more. There's not. So 7 to 4 is a 6 to a 4. So I pass. So I draw a card. I draw another card. So I actually draw 2 cards. Actually. But I only do 1 damage. Because I'm just punching him. Do it again, I guess, right? And that was a free action because he has a bounty on him, so 7 to a 4. 0. I draw another card. And now he has 2 damage. And then 5 to a 4. I'll do it unexpected cards. 7 to a 4. Yes. That's how you want to do it. That's another damage that will defeat him. I gain a resource. Because I needed the resource, right? And then he goes to the victory display as well. So that was 3 punches, 1 free, 2 actions to do 2 punches. That leaves me 1 last action to play the Derringer. Oh, the Whippoorwill's here, right? None of those were close, so I'm fine. Okay. And I think that's it. Upkeep. Upkeep. Ooh, watches will be really good, actually. Because I have, I already got tons of money from that. As 1. And let's draw some counter cards. Locked door. Attach the location with the most clues. Offer of power. You may either choose to draw 2 cards and place 2 doom, or take 2 horror. I only have 5 horror, so I'm not that, like, the high with the horror values here. But 2 doom that can cause the thing to advance. It would put me on the next agenda right away. Well, it can, and this side can buy me 1 turn, so I'll rather take the 2 horror. Alright. So the question is, what is Jim doing? Well, Jim can investigate the library. He can go over here, attack the Whippoorwill, and then investigate the library. That's the play. Then Tony will go down here, deal with this thrall, and then break down this door. That's the plan. I just gotta check one last thing about the rules. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. I want to make sure that, because I know if the enemy is engaged with the other investigator and you fight it and you fail, you hit the investigator instead. But in this case, because no one's engaged with the Whippoorwill, I can just attack it straight on. Oh, but I have to engage. Duh, sorry. Good thing I checked. You have to engage an aloof enemy to attack it. So 1 to move, 2 to engage the Whippoorwill, because I have to engage it. 3 to hit it with a shriveling. So it's a 4 to a 2. Auto fail. I take a horror. Nice. I should have just attacked them with the sword cane, right? Why not? I'll discard the candles to play sword cane. I'll attack. 4 to a 2. Sorry, 3 to a 2, actually, -1. So 3, -1 is 2. That's a success. He's defeated. That was one action to move, second action to engage, third action to play Sword Cane and attack, and then I get a free action to investigate the library, which I'll do to play Vital Seeking. So it is a 4 to a 3. -2. Bail. Great. Just peaches. Alright. Tony's turn. Tony will move over here. Thrall will engage automatically. I will fire at the Thrall with my free action because I can attack an enemy with a bounty on it for free. So it is a 7 to a 2. +1. That is well defeated. Lucky Cigarette Case draws me a card. 3, 6, 7. I gain a resource. And he is defeated. We still have 2 actions left. I will... What's the test for the locked door? It's a 4. I'm thinking, do I go crazy? Use Watch This to make it a 6 to a 4 and spend... No, because it has to be succeeded by 1 or more. Why not? I have a lot of resources, so it's not a big deal. So 5, 6, and I want to spend... I'll spend 2 resources, why not? So a 6 to a 4. -2. I do pass, but I don't pass by 1 or more. So this does get discarded though. So I bam, break down the door. So that was 1 to move. Reaction to shoot defeats it. Second action, punch the door to break the door down. And then... Ooh, I'm actually going to move back over to the library. Only because this place is not a good place for me to be, especially with this Beyond the Veil card. Okay. Upkeep. Upkeep. And advances the agenda. The university is dead silent. The shadows coil about your feet as you walk, and you swear there is something following you with each step you take. Is it just your imagination? Or is there really someone or something stalking you? Each investigator with 5 or more cards in his or her discard pile take 1 horror. And anybody with 10 or more cards takes 2 horror. So both only take 1 horror. Bit rough. If the players have completed the house always wins, advance to 2B. Where's 2B? Oh, is this 2B? Oh, wow, okay. I thought there was a separate actual one that says 2B, but I guess not. A cry of fear echoes through the campus, and several students flee from the eastern side of the university where the science building can be found. Could this commotion be linked to Professor Rice's disappearance? If the dormitories are not in play, the dormitories are in play. If the experiment is in play, move it one location towards. If it is not in play, spawn it in the science building. Okay. Massive. It has 13 health, and it is a beefy guy. When this agenda would advance by reaching its doom threshold, instead remove all doom in play and move the experiment one location towards the dorms. So 2, 4, so 6, pretty much 6 doom before the game's over. Oh god. Draw 2 cards and place 2 doom or take 2 horror. I can't take the horror, right? Because that would put me in, but then that would advance it. I'm gonna have to advance it. I'll draw 2 cards. And place 2 doom, which will advance the scheme. It moves 1 space. Location with the most clues. Okay. I'll be honest. We are in a bit of a pickle. Bit of a bind, if you will. Because now I could play If It Bleeds to do get some healing. The problem is I haven't got any clues for ages. The other option is that we just go for this massive experiment. Or I can hit with a 7. I have a dodge, so I can dodge a hit. But if it hits me... Okay. This is a really... This is gonna be the tricky one right now. How do we play this? Do we just... If I go for the creature, it has 13 health. I have 2 shots. I can do what, 4 damage to it potentially? I have no... I guess I'll put a bounty on the experiment, may as well, right? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get Jim. Because I think what has to happen is you have to get Jim. Jazz, not Jim. Jazz. Then you got to go all the way to the faculty office to get Professor Rice. And there's no way I'm doing that in this amount of time. So I think the plan might be just bum rush the experiment. The good thing is I can if Tony goes first, I can use Guts throw in gym attacks to help him with his test. I think that's gonna have to be the play, right? Yeah. All right. Tony will go over here. Now, because it's massive, it doesn't engage with anybody. It's just massive. I will attack. I'll fire my pistol. So it's at a 7. 7 to 4. And I'm gonna spend... Do I spend if it bleeds? I'll spend it because, let's face it, we're not going to... But here's the problem, though. But the problem is... No, there's no problem. I'm gonna try Iron Braille. Normally I would do this if I had like dynamite blast. I could just like chuck dynamite at it. But so that's an 8 to a 4. +1, so I succeed. If I succeed by 2 or more, it does +1 damage. So that's 2 damage to the experiment. And I draw a card because of Lucky Cigarette Case. Another Guts. Nice. And I'll play a shot from the gun. So 7 to a 4. Automatic fail. Nice. So move action. Fire free action because of bounty. Fire action, so I have 1 action left. Punch it in the face. 5 to a 4. -3. Fail. I think we may have to resign. I think this may have to be a resign situation. Because I don't think I'll be able to. Okay. I was just checking to see how massive enemies work. Just to make sure that I don't screw it up. Because Jim can take 1 hit. But not by much. I was gonna play what's it called? I was gonna play a Holy Rosary. I mean, I was gonna play Chthonian Stone, which has a really weird scan, by the way. I mean, let's be real, right? There's no way I'm killing this thing. Like, negative chance of killing this. Literally my only hope, like no joke, is if a 2 Doom hits on the counter right now, and then it moves towards the Union, and then I have another turn to like recoup. But until that, 2 to play Holy Rosary, 1 action. Second action, move over to the quad. Third action, I will cast Shriveling. So I'm at a 4, 5. I'll use Guts. So a 7 to a 4. Make it 8 to a 4. Cultists. -1, -3 if you have 10 or more. So I succeed. If you draw Cultist, take a horror. That's literally the worst thing I could have drawn. Okay, so I do 2 damage. Okay, so that's 4 damage out of 13, so 9 damage left. Alright. He will attack. I will spend 1 to dodge my attack. He'll attack 2 physical and 2... I will have to put 2 on me and then 2 on the rosary to survive. Alright. Upkeep. One on the agenda. And the Whippoorwills. The freaking Whippoorwills have appeared. Not that it matters, but I'll do it anyway. I know that was not a good upkeep phase, but I don't think... Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. That will help, actually. Because that will cause it to advance. So the experiment moves 1 away. Okay. That helps. Not a lot, but that helps. Still don't have anything that can help me with my overall turn. I mean, I could play a Shriveling, right? And then just double cast Shriveling. So if I get lucky, that does what? 4 damage. Push up to 8. I need to do 5 damage. Yeah, right, the Ultra Rare Ancient Evil help. I could engage punch. No. The problem is I can't take another hit. From either nobody can take another hit right now. So I think we just resign. Because let's think this through. Unless... Yeah, if I had a loaded gun. But wait a minute. I just thought of something. Because I know what happens. Basically what happens is the experiment goes here and it kills all the kids at the dorm. But if I use my free action to engage with the Whippoorwills, right? Then I'm out of... Then I'll punch the Whippoorwills. 4 to a 2. Plus 1 is just what I need. It's 5 to a 2. So it's defeated. Lucky Cigarette Case triggers. Okay, Vicious Blow is not bad. So I'm 1 free engage because of bounty. 1 punch. I have 2 actions left. 3, 6, 7. Draw a card. Switchblade, which is free because it's fast. I could just go and just stab him. Not gonna happen because I don't have much strength, but potentially Could actually stab the guy to death. So engage, punch, draw a card. I got one action left. I may as well draw a card, right? To see what I get. Oh, Tony, I have to discard a card. I'm okay with it. 3, 6. No, I don't have to discard it. What? 3, 6, 8. Tony's Long Colt. I don't think that actually helps me right now. Only because I only put one bounty on the experiment. Could have put more on him. But okay, that's not bad. 3, 6. So then, meanwhile, on his turn, I will have to gain a resource, 1 action, spend 3 actions to play a fresh shriveling. That's 2. And then I'll gain a resource. The whole point of this is I'll upkeep. I'll be able to play Catonian Stone next turn. And then that'll lock one of this, that'll seal one of the symbols, and then hopefully potential is there. Somehow. Upkeep. Dr. Christopher, not really helpful right now. Upkeep. Davinger. Now we have to go for card. So now the Ancient Evils won't be helpful now. Euthonian Observer. Not what I want to see. Although I could defeat him for the victory point. So, not terrible. Choose one of the following card types: asset, events, or skills. Each player must discard each card in his or her hand that is of the chosen card type. Wait. If choose discard each card that is of the chosen card type. I will discard skill. Ooh, Vicious Blow though. I might just start events. Nobody has any good events. Yeah, especially with the pellet cards. Okay. So here's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Is the Switchblade, can the Switchblade do the work for me? Or do I need to play a pistol? Ouch. That's rough. Like, especially when you get that extra ammo for that lightning gun. That hurts. I just realized the Switchblade is basically the 41 Derringer with no ammo. And Tony's Long Coat doesn't help me at all. Long Colt, not coat. So I could just go and I can just go stab, stab, stab. 3 stabs to do potentially some damage. But here's the problem. This is the danger that we went into right now. Is that Tony will be defeated if I don't defeat the experiment this turn. can I afford the mental trauma? So I think what we do is we do Jim's turn. Exactly. So the problem is that. So the problem we have. So here's the question: is do we just focus on the Yithian, take out the Yithian for the victory point, so we just get the experience point that way, and then cut our losses, or exactly the mental trauma on Tony is super rough. It'll take me. Yeah, there's no way. Because it'll take me 2 shrivelings. Eight. Okay, so the only way it works, like mathematically, the only way this works is if I move down to the Student Union. I take the attack of opportunity from the Yithian. And then I do double shriveling against... Oh, that's even worse too, because I could potentially mental trauma Jim out. God. I think we just take on the Yithian and call it a day. Take the victory point. That would give us... I could have sworn I got an XP someplace, no? Guess not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm just gonna focus on taking him out and resigning. There's no way. We'll go back and see what would have happened, but we'll take our chances here. Shriveling, because it's not actually guaranteed either, is it? Do you have anything? You have a guts. So 6 to a 4. -3. Lovely fail. Love it to see it. Four. 5. Five to a 4. 0. That works. 2 damage. Okay. 1 more shriveling. Do we have anything? Tony's Long Colt. Sure, why not? 5 to a 4. Skull. Anything bad happens? To 0. So 5 to a 4 is defeated. 2 damage, and I take a horror. But he is defeated. Victory display. So we at least get 3 experience. Because this is going to advance. So it's game over. So we'll resign. Either way, I think we lose anyway. But, just for the hell of it, if I was to stab 3 times with... what would I have gotten? So, I have a 7. We'll do this one first. So 8 to a 4 with a vicious blow. Would have passed. So that would have done 1, 2, 3 damage. Put him up to 7. I would draw a card. Another vicious blow. Do it again. Another 7. Elder thing. So 5, 6, 7. It would have been 8 minus 4 minus 8 minus 5 is a 3, so that would have been a fail. And then one more stab with 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 1 would have been 2. So we would have done, we would have brought it up to a 9, is what we would have done if we stabbed it. So potential, if the Yithian wasn't in our way, we could have probably actually took it out. There was potential there. But unfortunately, actually, technically, I just realized because technically, Tony resigns, but Jim doesn't have enough actions to resign because he had to spend three shrivelings. So I don't have enough action to resolve, so technically it would actually be each of us immediately takes 3 horror and proceeds to So wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna say for the sake of it. Yeah. But then I guess the question is what I could have done. Technically, is I could have had Jim cast Shriveling twice. Exactly. Thank you, I. That's exactly what I was going to say. Jim could have shriveled twice, then resigned, and then Tony would have stabbed it. Because then it would have auto-engaged Tony as the only person left. Stabbed twice, he had Vicious Blow and some other cards, so he would have at least hit him once against it, definitely, through the double damage, and then resigned. So I think that's the play. I'm gonna say that. That pretty much comes same outcome. We don't take the trauma from the people dying, but I think that should essentially, that's what the plan was. So I'm gonna go with that resolution 1. Okay, I think the same thing happens anyway, right? Yeah, the only thing that fails is that we don't get knocked out unconscious, which I think screws us up for Miskatonic. Okay, Professor Warren is kidnapped. Because investigators failed to save, add 1 tablet to the chaos bag, and we gain 3 XP. So 3 XP. And fail to save students. Professor Vice kidnapped. On 1 experience. So okay, so we're taking 4 experience actually. I want to make sure I didn't miss that out by here. No, okay. Skip to Armitage's phase number 2. Okay. When you arrive at Dr. Armitage's home in Southside, you find him sitting at his desk, pale-faced and sweating with worry. He is grateful to you for searching for his colleagues, but he doesn't look relieved. With a long pause, he straightens his glasses and explains. I'm afraid I must apologize. There's something I didn't mention to you earlier. Dr. Armitage then spins a tale you would scarcely believe had it not been for your having experiences earlier that night. Recall that you rescued Dr. Armitage. No. Get rid of this display on my screen. Anyone can choose to add him to his deck. This card does not count towards the investigator's deck size. It can be found in the Armitage's Fate. And the story will continue in Miskatonic Museum.